Warm welcome to join us with this edition of AN English News with me, Muhammad Harif Tufan. More than 300 shops were burnt in Eastern Coast City, incurring millions of losses to the shop owners in this province. Provincial Security Chief for the Eastern Coast Province, General Sardar Muhammad Zazai, told reporters the incident took place after fire erupted in wood stores at southern region of the city around 3 local times. On Friday, General Zazai added the firefighting process continued dawn time and there were no casualties as a result of the incident. He also said around 300 shops were burnt, but he did not provide further details regarding the exact losses as a result of the fire incident. A number of Arab Tapai residents in Dandiyohuri district of northern Baghlan province campaigned for the lack of education centers, specifically the lack of schools, and urged the Afghan government should build schools in this area. The residents also added that the Afghan government officially did not consider their request despite they applied to resolve their issues several times in the past. Around 300 families are living in this region and around 500 children are needed to attend schools. People of this area request strongly from government to build schools for the education of their children. Afghan journalists in Eastern Paktia province criticized the humiliating act of provincial officials for ousting them from a formal meeting in this province. The journalists also complained that they were invited by provincial officials to cover the meeting but were humiliated and were taken out after participation of the meeting decided to take out the journalists. The meeting was attended by Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai, director of the Afghan Security Transition Commission, a number of other high-level Afghan government officials to discuss security transition from coalition security forces to Afghans. Afghan President Hamid Karzai strongly condemned the death of Afghan children killed in the NATO air raid. At least 7 Afghan children were killed following a NATO air raid at Gewa village in Najrab district of Eastern Kapisa province on Wednesday. According to a press release issued by Afghan Presidential Palace, a probe has been launched to find out the fact behind the incident. In the meantime, a spokesman for NATO-led International Security Assistance Force confirms the incident and said a joint investigation is in progress. The scammers are there have been growing tension between the Afghan government and the International Coalition Security Forces in regards to the civilian casualties. According to Pakistani government officials, Al-Qaeda chief in Pakistan was killed on Thursday following a U.S. drone strike in North Waziristan. Badr Mansour, who reportedly sent fighters to Afghanistan, were killed during the strike. A senior Pakistani official quoted by AFP, he died in the missile attacks overnight in Miran Shah. His death is a major blow to Al-Qaeda abilities to strike in Pakistan. His death was also confirmed by the Pakistani Taliban commanders. He was living in a small rented house with his wife and children in Miran Shah. He, his wife, and 2 other members of his family died on the spot. Canada and China have reached government deals in uranium exports and other sectors as the 2 countries deepen trade ties. Canada said on Thursday it would allow the sale of uranium to China for energy generation. Canadian business also signed deals with Chinese enterprise worth $3 billion in Beijing. Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper's delegation is one of 4-day visits to China. The trip is aimed to attracting Chinese investment in Canada, natural resources, as well as shifting the focus of energy sale toward Asia. Iran's official news agency reported Thursday that the Navy has added 2 more domestically built light submarines to its fleet. The move is seen as part of Iran's effort to upgrade its defense capabilities amid escalating tension with the West over its nuclear program. Tehran has threatened to close the strategic Strait of Hormuz, a major oil shipping route, over new U.S. sanctions targeting its critical oil industry. The report by IRNA quoted Iran's Navy Chief Admiral Habibullah Sarai as saying this submarine meets the needs of Navy and can fire missile, torpedoes and operate in the Gulf's shallow waters. Syrian rights activists say government forces have bombard the rebellious center city of Hamas for a 6-day killing at least 60 people and leaving makeshift hospital overwhelmed as divided world powers struggle to end the violence. UN Chief Ban Ki-moon said the failure to agree to a UN resolution on Syria had encouraged Damascus to step up its war on its own people. The international community is struggling to find a way to resolve the crisis after Russia and China blocked a text drafted by Arab and European countries last week. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and Allah Hafiz.